So I don't care what anyone else is saying. What do you mean we're in the second month of 2026? And what do you mean the orientation events are starting next week? Didn't I just move here? Anyways, welcome to our February TBR video. I won't be reading a lot this month because obviously this month is gonna be busy as fuck and I'm gonna be stressed because I'm an introvert and I have to go talk to people and make new friends, which is exciting but stressful. And also say hi to my little dragon. So in January, I read 2 books. It was a duology, Saga of the Unfated Duology by Danielle L. Jensen. I gave that duology an overall 4.5 stars because the first book was like 3 stars and the second book was 5 stars. So okay, that technically should average out to 4 stars. But no, it's a 4.5 because the second one was too good. Let's just say the author played me good. I was like, what the fuck happened? I misplaced my trust in the wrong character for way too long. Basically, almost the entire second book, I placed trust in the wrong human being. Kind of a human being, but still. But the first book is kind of slow. I almost DNF'd it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna keep going. It might be good. It will probably be a good series. And it's only a duology. It's not like it's a 10-book series. So I read it and it was good. So go read it. And that was a very short wrap up. Now let's look at our TBR for February. I am planning to read 4 books. I have 3 over here. I actually bought all 3 of these physical copies like this week. I bought all of them in Dimex and these are the 3. And the other one is Sweet Venom by Rena Kent. It's the second book of the Viper series and I have it on my Kindle. And the first book was amazing. My second ever intense dark romance, I would say. I cannot wait to move on to the second book. I think that series will have 4 books overall. It's an interconnected series, so the second one I already know who the main characters will be because we got like snippets of them in the first book. However, I'm not like a big fan of who's gonna be in the second book. But then I'm like, it's Rena Kent and it's dark romance. It's like her field. It should be good. So I'm gonna read it. And there's that. Second one, and I've already started it today. Actually, I am 50 pages in. No, not. I'm 35 pages in and it's called The Book of Blood and Roses. It's about a vampire hunter and eventually another vampire. Their story. So the vampire hunter is called Rebecca. She has a mentor called Penny and Penny wants Rebecca to undercover in a vampire university who just started to admit human university students. Penny wants Rebecca to find a book called Blood and Roses, which is the title of this book. My language system is like falling apart. That book is said to include all the vampire weaknesses, like the different ones for different kinds of vampires, and they will hypothetically erase vampires from this world. This book was set in the UK, so I cannot wait to finish it or continue reading it because the prologue and chapter 1 and 2 are both very interesting and I cannot wait. The next one, which I feel like will be a very good Valentine's read, How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates. I saw this on the window display. I was like, why wouldn't I get it? The sprayed edges is like party and bloody. It has something on the top and the disco ball just, it's like such a vibe, you know what I mean? It says a genre-bending debut that puts killer and killer love story. I've actually read the blurb in my previous video, but I don't think anyone saw that, so it's fine. So when Jamie Prescott attends to a speed dating event, she expects to meet some mediocre men and have a laugh, but she doesn't expect of one of her dates to have his throat slit at her table during a blackout. When the lights come back on, there are more bodies on the floor and the doors are locked. So I feel like it will be a thriller romance and comedy, so I cannot wait. It's not a genre I usually go for and I cannot wait. Imagine I finished this entire book on Valentine's Day. That would be so cool. And last but not least, we have A Dance of Lies. I bought this book for no other reason, just because the cover was stunning and it was the last book on the shelf. You know, it's like a psychological feeling of when there's only one left, you just feel like it's so good, and if you don't get it, you feel like you're really missing out. You know? I think this is the first book of a Duology? I'm not sure. I might be completely wrong. Please don't listen to me. I rise to the tips of my toes, then lean into my dance. My movement and range may be stilted, but I will find my poetry. Let's actually read the blurb now, because obviously, like I said, I did not read my blurb at all. Vasily Morin was once a dancer in King Ilian's court until he framed her for murder. 2 long years in shackles leaves her broken and hopeless until she's suddenly called to face her king. This king sounds like an ass. Anyways, he offers her a deal. Pose as a dancer at the royal gathering, spy on his enemies, and he will grant her freedom. But as Ilian's orders grow bloody and dangerous, Vasily discovers the monster she serves may be aligned with an even greater evil. Unexpected help from Ilian's rakish brother Anton, the king of the east, only complicates things more. I want to keep reading, but there's a little sticker here, and I don't want to like rip it right now, because ripping a book sticker off a book takes like focus, like 1000% focus to rip it off perfectly, so I'm not going to do that yet. But the story right now sounds very intriguing. Let me check if there's a map. To Jeff, my everything, and to those who feel invisible in their pain. Aww. Oh, there are trigger warnings. Let's read the short trigger warnings. Emotional and physical abuse, trauma, panic attacks, violence, chronic illness, and disability. Oof. Okay. I'm intrigued, but I'm also concerned. They do have a map! I love maps. Can you see? Please tell me it's focusing. I think this will be a good book, but yeah. I was going somewhere and then I wasn't. I forgot what I was gonna say. Also, here's my creativity trolley and like a little shelf of books. But anyways, those are all the books I'll be reading this month. Hopefully I'll read all of them this month because, like I said, busy month. There will be a lot of social interactions, which drains me most of the time. Like, it can be fun, but tiring. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this very short TBR video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!